Welcome back, watch fans. Today we're talking the Rolex Yacht Master 40. That's right, the Rolex Yacht Master 40. We're going to give you the honest review here. This is the only channel where we give you the real honest truth about the watch market. Now, I think I had a few videos on this watch. I don't know, it's been a very good watch. I've had this for about 5 years. And here's what happened. You see the back of the watch? You see that? What's missing? What's missing? That's right. It's unbelievable but true. But there is a piece that has fallen off. A piece that has fallen off, and I'm actually shocked. Now again, I take pretty good care of the watch. Even though you might claim that there's little scratches, all that, but that's that's the way it is. But the watch has never been banged up, nothing like that. Now, all of a sudden today, I noticed a piece of metal lying on the floor, and I thought something fell out of like a desk, because I'm like, I have this piece of like temporary furniture I'm using. I thought, oh, it's some stuff. And then, about an hour later, I'm looking at my watch, and I said, holy shit, what's going on here? And then, I put two and two together, and I realized, oh, the piece I picked up from the floor is the missing piece of rose gold, or Rolazor, as they call it. Now, luckily, I hadn't thrown the garbage out. I was able to fish it out, and of course, none of my manservants or maid servants were available today, so the staff was all protesting, or actually I think some of them were deported, so I had to do it myself. I had to fish it out of the garbage myself. Now, this is unbelievable, gentlemen's. Now, I'll tell you what's even more shocking. That's right, the piece fell out. It's like this piece that's by the crown. Apparently that's glued on or soldered on, whatever you call it, weld, solder. What difference does it make? Now, from what we see in the comments here, one of the punters has said that the bezel is actually also somehow soldered on or something or other. And I got to tell you something. That really gives me kind of gives me an uncomfortable feeling, because you always think of Rolex as good quality, etc., etc. And I've always wondered what's with these little gold parts that are on the steel. Is that like plated on or something, or how did it get there, or whatever? Because the old Rolex Submariner, it's got the gold through the clasp, but that gold piece on the Submariner clasp from the pre-ceramic is actually plated on. It's not like a welded piece of metal on it. No. So this is a whole new thing. It's very discomforting, I think is the word I would use. It's very discomforting because, it just throws out my confidence that I've had in Rolex. And I'll tell you something else. Just recently, I actually, this is shocking, but I actually picked up another Rolex. And again, I'm not a Rolex fanboy. I would never claim to be one, but, that's a whole another story about that piece. It'll be another video. But the point is, I was actually thinking good things about Rolex until this happened. Now, here's the shocking part. So I call up the watchmaker, one of my, whatever you call it, watch repair guy, company I've used for something else before, and I told him, and the guy wasn't shocked. He said, yeah, he has heard of something like this. It's possible. And I did, and surely, lo and behold, I go to, the AD here. Apparently, that's the thing you're supposed to do. Go to the AD, deepest chokoscope, and the guy wasn't even surprised. Now, I first looked at the sales guy. Actually, the sales guy. I don't think this guy remembered me, which is weird, because I came in there for looking at a watch, which we went back and forth on, which is kind of we won't go into too many details, but I'm surprised. I don't think the guy remembered me, or he tried to ignore me. I don't know. It's very kind of odd, but whatever. Anyway, the point is, the guy wasn't shocked that the piece fell off. He said that he has seen this before. And I think he's been there probably 5 years plus, or 6 years. So he has seen this type of thing happen. Now, I have never heard of this. And again, gentlemen, this is shocking because, this is supposed to be kind of a rugged watch, right? But now some of you are saying, oh, well, because it's two-tone. Well, I don't know. Because the one that is also regular steel is done the same way. That polished piece it's soldered on or welded on or whatever it is, the same way. Now, why would it fall off? Why would it fail? I don't know. And this is something that it's not my problem. I don't need to know why the piece stays on or doesn't stay. It's Rolex that should. Okay, and of course, the guy asked me, "What about your warranty card?" Well, actually, I'll tell you what's funny is, they took it first. He took it into the back, and it always makes me nervous when they take the watch in the back because what if they come out and tell you, "Oh, the watch is fake." It's possible. You never know. You never know when you're buying watches from these different bouquiaques. You really never know. You never know, right? Even if it comes from a Rolex store, it could be some bouquiakistani put together piece. Very possible. So what is the deal? The deal is he asked me about the warranty card, and I realized, I got the warranty card where it's a different location. It's at an undisclosed location, and which I'm not going to get to for a few weeks. Top secret location, and the warranty card would probably be for April of 20, or maybe it was probably 2020. Basically, the warranty is probably out of warranty. So I mean, of course, this is what do you expect? As soon as the warranty's over, the watches start falling apart. Just like these Germans, the Swiss, they're all the same. Like Mercedes, of course, I don't know Mercedes, but BMW for sure, as Archie, the Bogan of Brisbane, can tell you. As soon as the warranty's over, the car starts falling apart, which is what they're designed to do. So this is very annoying because, I mean, again, Rolex is supposed to be the mark of quality, the mark of quality. But, look, maybe I'm reading it. Maybe I'm being too much of a boomer. Apparently all you Gen Z, Gen X people, you apparently have low expectations of the world. So I was thinking, you know what? If this was, maybe I'm lucky actually that this is a Rolex and not a Patek Philippe, or or even, God forbid, a Audemars Piguet, because forget, the AP for sure would you'd be dealing with, total Chomo stand. AP is 100% Chomo stand when it comes to, their people, the whole thing. I mean, forget about it. Look, I mean, it hasn't been the same company since, I would say, 2007. Everything past 2008 has been downhill with AP. So yeah, maybe, and Patek Philippe, I don't know, so maybe I'm lucky that, hey, these things could happen. It's possible. It's possible that something like this could happen. I've never heard of anything like this, but here you go. There it is. So there is your honest, this is the only honest watch channel with the only honest watch reviews. That's right. We're not here to, this is not like one of these fake channels with the, the fake reviews and the grifting and all the grooming and all the chomo and pedo stuff like you see in the Archieverse, and you got the grifter of Venice, you got the Artem Pizdets, the Ukrainian one-eyed grifter, you got JJ Boukiat, and you got little chomo, the Pillsbury Doughboy with a Taliban beard. I mean, you got a lot of grifters out there. Oh, then you got another grifter. You got the Prince of Porn Valley, who's working at Happy Feet Jewelers now, who's apparently an expert on all things Patek. But of course, he's an expert enough not to know to have bought himself a 3940, and instead he bought a watch with windows, which has dropped in value by 30%, whereas a 3940 has nearly, was up. Well, I think from that point, from the point when the young Kessler asked the colonel's advice, I think that watch actually, the 30 and 40 went up 30% roughly since that time. So yes, but this is what do you expect? What do you expect from these bukyaks and groomers and pedos and all sorts of assorted deviants? It is what it is. All right, gentlemen, that's it. This is the sad reality of the world. Now, look, you know, I just realized I was gonna get rid of the Submariner, which I have. I still have, and I'm thinking, man, that watch, the bezel on that is, what is it? It's like an aluminum bezel. Is it glued on also? How is it put on there? I don't know. I'm losing confidence in Rolex now with these things that are falling apart. You know, I mean, it's unbelievable but true. Unbelievable but true. Yeah, it is what it is. But this really should not happen. This is actually very disappointing because, you know, it's kind of like, you know, this form follows function, right? They need to have that piece of metal there. I don't think they do. Could they have plated it or whatever? I don't know. Look, it's all gone sideways, as the Bogan of Brisbane is fond of saying. Anyway, this is what's happening in Chomostan. So let me know what you peasants think. Leave your nasty, vicious comments below, and we'll see you on the next one.